Yo, what's goody yuddy yuddy, YouTube? I said, what's goody yuddy yuddy? It's your boy Remo, back with another video. Just driving around at work. There go the police over there looking at me like, what are you doing? And I'm looking at him like I'm just driving around. But anyway, I'm back with another video. A video for the dojo, overlooking the beautiful Genesee River. And yeah, I want to talk about this chick that I met that looked just like Jody Watley, y'all. Yeah, she was a beautiful girl, drop dead gorgeous. But all my stories got a surprise ending. Well, this one ain't got really a surprise ending. It's a surprise story. It's kind of weird how it all happened, but let me tell you how it happened. Let me tell you what happened. Now, this is back in 2007. I was working for the security company called Securitize, and I had a nice studio apartment. Nice studio apartment. I think about that studio apartment all the time. But I was sitting on the porch drinking a beer one day, and I saw this fine red-boned chick that looked just like Jody Watley. She had the same eyes and everything. You know, she had pulled up and parked right in front of my house. I'm sitting on the porch drinking a beer, and she pulled up and she parked and she started rolling up a blunt. She had a red convertible, but she didn't have the top down. And so she looked at me and smiled. And when she did that, I knew she was feeling me. Because most women don't look at you like that. They glance at you. They try not to make eye contact with you unless they like you. You know what I mean? So I waved at her. She waved at me. And, she sat there, rolled up her blunt, and she pulled off. The next day, I saw her driving down the street. And I was sitting on the porch, and she got out the car, and she looked at me. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" She kept walking. And then I said, "Hey, how you doing again?" She ran up her steps and went into her house. And I was like, okay, I felt this for a little bit. I was like, damn. I was like, well, shit, maybe she had to use a bathroom or something, or maybe, I don't know. So then a couple days later, I saw her sitting on the porch. Since she was sitting on her porch, she lived like 2 doors down from me. And she was looking at her phone, or she was reading a book or something. And I said, "Hey, how you doing?" She didn't say nothing. So I said it again. "Hey, how you doing?" "Hello, beautiful." I said, "Hola," because I didn't know if she was Spanish or what. She didn't say nothing. So I said, fuck it then. I ain't gonna speak to you no more. You acting funny. So a couple days after that, my homeboy Dave that lived downstairs from me, I was like, "Yo, Dave, you know that sexy red bone over there?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, he said her name. He was like, "Jody." He said her real name though. I was like, "Yeah." I said, "That's her name?" He was like, "Yeah." Now I had this ability to tell you who people look like, and I'm usually spot on. If I say somebody look like somebody, I'm usually spot on. You'll be like, "Damn, I can see it." And I said, "Yo, Dave, she look like Jody Watley, don't she?" He was like, yeah, you right." He was like, "Yeah." So he was like, "Wow, what's up with her?" I was like, "Man, I've been speaking to her. I was like, the first time I saw her, she looked at me and said hi. She was sitting in her car. She had the windows rolled up. She said hi, and I waved back. I said, but after that, every time she get out the car, I say hi to her. And she had like she had like, I don't even exist." I was like, "I ain't speaking to her no more." He was like, "Nah, don't do her like that." He was like, "Let me tell you something, Reem." I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Yo, she deaf." I was like, "Oh, shit." I was like, damn. I was like, oh shit. I was like, I didn't know that. I said, damn. So I filed that in the back of my mind. So about a week later, I had saw her, and she was sitting on the porch again. So I walked over there. She looked up, and I waved. I said hi. She said hello. I was like, oh shit. And then I said, I'm going to work. She said, goodbye. I was like, damn. Now this chick was fine as fuck, man. She had an hourglass shape. Shaped like a fucking hourglass. Shit, you can look at her and tell what time of the day it is. So I'm like, damn. So I was on my way. I went to work, man, and my homeboy Josh, he was an Italian dude, cool Italian white guy. You know, me and him was about the same age. Josh had just got out of prison. And you know, me and him used to talk about sports, bitches, you name it. Locker room talk. You know? And I had told him about the deaf bitch and how she looked so fine. She looked like Jody Watley. And I said, man, I think she feeling me, but I don't know, man, because she deaf. He was like, what the fuck you don't know? He was like, just because she deaf don't mean shit. He was like, she's still a human being. She's still a human fucking being. He was like, man, you better go. He was like, you better go over her house and slide her some dick. That's what she really want. He was like, a lot of niggas probably don't want to be. He said it just like this. He was like, a lot of niggas probably don't want to fuck with her because they know she deaf and shit. You know what I mean? He was like, so that pussy probably, he was like, that pussy probably tighter than a goldfish pussy. I was like, oh shit, yeah, you right. I was like, yo, I ain't think of that. I was like, yeah, she, basically what he was saying, she's a human being. She got needs. Just because she deaf, she got a disability don't mean shit. You know, he was like, she might be the sweetest person you ever want to meet. And he was telling the truth. So I said, well, fuck it, man. I was like, yo, she offered me the pussy. Shit, I'm gonna knock it out in the park. It's gonna be a home run. Shit. So I had, me and her became cool, I had, she used to know how to read lips real good, but you would have to talk like this to her so she can read your lips. You know what I mean? And it was certain sounds she can hear, like she could hear somebody cough, like, you know what I mean? Like she could hear like loud, certain frequencies she could hear. You know what I mean? She could, like she could hear a motorcycle go by, a loud muffler or something like that. Or she could hear like thunder and shit like that. And because I had cough one time, she said, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm okay. I was like, damn. I couldn't get past the way she talked, but damn, if you would have saw her body, you would have been like, what, man? You'd have been like, damn, she thick, but damn, she deaf. And I'm like, damn, man. But my homeboy Josh was right. She was nice. And, me and Jody hit it off pretty well. Shit. One day she invited me to her house. And she came over my house and invited me over to her house. And when she came over to my house, I had opened up the door and she had on like this spandex bodysuit. Like she just came back from the gym or something. Boy, was she sexy. Woo! She was like, are you coming over? I was like, hell yeah. I said, I'll be over there. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, I'm looking for a new love, baby. A new love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look at shit. Nigga, I went over there. Long story short, she had a nice apartment. I mean, everything in there was brand fucking new. Like she didn't live in there or something. And while I was sitting over there, her mother came over there. Now, her mother was white. That's when I found out she was mixed. Her mother was white. Her dad was black. Her mom was cool, and her mom wasn't deaf. She said hi to me. I said hi to her. She didn't really conversate, but she was smiling and she was complimenting how her daughter looked and stuff like that. And she was looking at me smiling and she was cool. So I went in her we went in her bedroom because she used to smoke a lot of weed. I wasn't never no weed smoker. I used to drink back then. I think I bought her a wine cooler. She got tipsy. We went into her room. She had like this tripod camera thing right above her. She had like a chair in her room, and she sat down in that chair. She turned on this camera thing. I'm like, what the fuck she about to do? What's she gonna record us fucking or something? And she hit a couple of buttons, and she said, "This is my friend. This is my friend." And her homegirl popped up on the screen. I was like, oh shit, she was on some futuristic shit. And this was back in 2007. This was before Skype and Zoom calls and all that shit. And I said to myself, damn, it'd be nice if everybody can have this. Every American home had one of these. That way we could communicate, with friends and family members, and shit like that. I'm thinking Skype back in 2007. I don't know if Skype was around or not, but I didn't hear about it until like 2010. 2011. If it was out back then, I didn't know anything about it, but I had never seen anything like that. And I was like, damn, it'd be good to be in every American household. Now look at us today. We got FaceTime, we got Zoom calls and all that shit. But she had this shit way back then, and ain't no telling how long she had it prior to me meeting her. Come to find out, that's how deaf people communicated with each other. Now, her homegirl that she was talking to, she was fine too. She looked just like Kim Kardashian. Just like her. I was like, damn. I was like, shit, you look like Jody Watley. She looked like Kim Kardashian. I was like, shit. In my mind, in my freaky mind, I'm thinking, how can I fuck both of them? You know what I'm saying? Who gonna spread room? They can't hear shit. Shit, who gonna spread, who gonna put a bug in their ear? You know what I'm saying? I was thinking all kind of fucked up shit. Drinking that old English 800. You know what I mean? Dick hard as a totem pole. So anyway, I smashed that night. Man, shit. I hit it out the park. But it was something weird about it. And the weird thing was, while I was hitting, I knew when she was about to come. Because I'll be hitting, I'll be like, and she'd be like, yeah. Right when she was about to nut, she'd be like, yes. I was like, what the fuck did I just hear? Let me show y'all what she looked like. Hold on, y'all. When I was hitting it, she was looking like this here. She was like, yes. Yes. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what is good with this? I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, this some bullshit right here. Shit. Kiss my ass. But I kept fucking her. And each time she nutted up, she was on some yes. She was on some yes shit. And I'm like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into? But that shit turned me on, boy. I knew when she was about to nut. One thing a bitch can't show me is when they getting ready to nut, because that's when I go faster and harder. Shit. I shift gears into turbo booster, nigga. Shit. Like Eddie Murphy said, you know when you got a bitch when you make her come real hard. Shit, I knew I had that bitch. I knew how fast to go. I knew how hard to hit it. And every time, yes! I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So, shit. Me and her had an on again, off again fucking relationship. But what had happened was, summer turned to fall turned to winter. Things change, seasons changes, people changes. I kind of like, we kind of like lost contact, even though she stayed 2 doors down from me. I really didn't see her like that because, like I said, I really wasn't a weed smoker. You know what I mean? So and she didn't really drink like that. And she didn't want no relationship, and neither did I. So we kind of like, you know, we spoke every now and then. I went over her house every once in a blue. She would come over my house every once in a while, but we kind of just got distant. And I ended up moving. I ended up moving that very next spring. You know, I had met her, I think it was in August. You know, we was fucking in September, October, November, little December, January. You know what I'm saying? By March, I had moved. And I had saw her one time after that, a couple of months after I moved. I moved in March. I saw her one time, maybe like in July of that year. Right around the 4th of July, I had saw her. And that was 2008. Now, there's an update. I didn't see her again up until 2022. And I was just driving around. I was driving down the street and I saw the old street I stayed on. And it was a dead end. Something just told me to just drive down that street. Y'all ever just be driving down the street and just reminisce about where you used to live or where you grew up? That's what I was doing. I drove down the street, you know, and I was looking at the apartment that I used to live in and how things changed. And, you know, I was like, oh, okay, some things change, some things never change, you know. And I had to turn around because, like I said, it was a dead end. So I did like a U-turn or whatever. As soon as I hit that U-turn, I saw Keisha and her. Oh, damn, I just said her name. Shit. I saw Jody. Damn. I saw Jody and her mom pull up and shit. And she got out the car and she looked at me and she waved. She noticed who I was. One thing about deaf people, they don't forget shit. They don't forget nothing. You know, they got to make up for that sense that they don't have. So, she waved and I waved back. I didn't stop. I kept going. I think I was on my way to work or something. And I looked and I noticed she had gained some weight. You know, she used to be like maybe like 130, you know, 135, shaped like an hourglass, about 5'8", 5'7". No, she was about 5'6", 5'7", 135. But she looked like she was about she looked like maybe she was like 165. You know, she had gained weight, like all in the right places though. You know what I mean? So she noticed me. I was like, oh shit, she looked like she looked like the way Jody Watley looked now. Her and Jody Watley gained weight at the same time. They looked the same, you know. But she still looked good and she still remembered me. But boy, did she have some good coochie. Yes. Yes, sir. Now, I hope y'all enjoyed this story. Like, share, and comment, please. It's your boy Remo. Peace.